Well, Akshay Dongare is joining us from India's Commerce Ministry in New Delhi. Akshay, if you've spoken to any of the Commerce Ministry officials standing by for this budget, what are their set of expectations really from this budget, considering a lot is being talked around the exports sector with so many FDAs having already been seen?
And they just signed that mother of all deals just a week ago, Akshay.
Well, absolutely. As far as the ecosystem is concerned, it is quite charged as far as the mother of all deals, as you rightly mentioned, Shubhendu, that the free trade agreement with the European Union that has 27 countries on its own, and other several countries have already signed free trade agreement with India, creating a market of over 2 billion people as far as this corridor is concerned of the free trade agreement with India. So already hopes are quite high as far as the policies that will enable us to manufacture more, export more, and earn more profits to boost our economy from this particular budget. Other sectors that are also vying for positive budgetary allocations as far as today's fiscal budget is concerned is besides the Commerce Ministry, the Defense Ministry, because reminding our viewers that this is the first budget after Operation Sindoor. This is the first budget after India took that massive action against terror infrastructure inside Pakistan, and we have seen what kind of investment that needs to go into defense can yield positive results as far as India's external as well as internal security is concerned. So that is also going to be quite important. In fact, I have been trying to speak to some of the defense officials who are expecting a rise in the allocation for defense sector, especially the Indian Air Force, followed by the Indian Navy and the Indian Army. As far as modern acquisitions are concerned, the entire modernization drive that has been going on may get a push, and all of this is being done keeping in view the self-reliance mission of Prime Minister Narendra Modi that he has been pushing ever since he came to power, in which most of the onus as far as the modernization drive is concerned is on the private players as well as the PSUs, but the Indian players. As far as the guns are concerned, modern equipment such as drones, modern equipment that have to be integrated into fighter jets, be it the ones that we are developing or the ones that we are importing. So it's an entire ecosystem that's hoping for a positive outcome from today's budget, and hopes are quite high as far as the Commerce Ministry is concerned, as well as the other ministries, especially the Defense Ministry, as far as their budgetary allocation is concerned.
And Akshay, particularly, I was staying with that the big trade deals that have been signed by India. What have you learned from the people, the businesses, entrepreneurs who are directly engaged in these trade negotiations? What do they expect? What is the manner in which they would like to be empowered? Because they are going to operate in a very volatile global scenario.
Well, the global scenario, yes, absolutely, it has been volatile. But as Prime Minister Modi has said, and he gave the slogan during COVID, that was "Aapda mein avsar," which means that you can find opportunities even in an emergency or in a crisis situation. This is exactly what's happening. We saw a trade tussle with the US. With the tariffs coming in over the Russian oil, other kind of problems that the Indian trade was facing just a few months back, and it all seemed like doom and gloom. But the kind of turnaround that India has done as far as signing this FTA with the European Union, creating an entire market of over 2 billion people, along with other countries that we have already signed FTAs with, be it the UK, be it New Zealand, other countries around the world. The Indian manufacturers are quite hopeful because now you have gotten access to this huge market that is not a market of global south that is still developing, but we are talking about markets of quite developed countries that have high GDP. The people where expect quality goods, but are willing to pay the buck for it. And as Prime Minister Modi also said during the signing of the FTA, that now the manufacturers will have to focus on the quality of the products, because it's only going to be the quality that will keep the buyers hooked to the products that are made in India. So we can expect a positive, move in that direction as well, as far as providing the manufacturers with more capability, more funds, more equipment to deliver on that promise that India is making to the rest of the world.
Yes, Akshay, also a lot of expectations on the customs duty front, considering that it is expected that the number of slabs will fall from 8 to maybe 5 to 6, and some other changes like greater compliance.
Well, yes, we are hoping for that, but Munmun, we can only expect all of this after the budget is announced. So there are going to be quite a lot of speculations and expectations, but as we know that it's there are limited resources as far as the allocations are concerned. The government will also have to focus on rebuilding as far as our indigenous sectors are concerned, our industries are concerned, for which the government will have to make certain compromises. But yes, be it the custom front, be it other fronts, there is going to be a maximum effort to ensure that the businesses grow and the Indian manufacturing industry especially grows leaps and bounds, and we can expect some positive outcomes from that front in today's budget. But as of now, it's all speculation. Everyone is now waiting for the budget to be announced to see that what exactly is being offered by the government as far as this mega budget is concerned for the country.
Right. Akshay, as we map expectations of different sectors, since you're at the Commerce Ministry, startups in particular, their role in India's economy, the manner in which the economy empowers them, the budget empowers them, has also been a focus. So, and again, also in the export-led growth vision, the startups again have an important role to play. So in that sense, the reforms that we've seen in the past consecutive budgets, perhaps that momentum could be taken forward for the entrepreneurs as well.
Well, we are hoping for that. The entire AI, be it the AI industry that is, churning out a lot of startups in the country, other kind of industries, especially the new startups that are expecting a positive sort of policy in this budget to push the businesses further. Cutting off the red tapes, cutting off bureaucracy as far as the entire process is concerned is going to be quite important. Plus funding, government has already launched a number of programs in which the founders of these startups can actually get loans relatively much easier at much lower interest, so that they can focus on building right now instead of getting the investment. But the policies are going to be quite keenly watched by the AI as well as the startup ecosystem in the country. And noting the fact that in the last few years, India has become one of the countries that has shown maximum numbers of new startups that include unicorns and many other in the range of areas. So we are expecting in the startup ecosystem, the startup industry, especially the owners of these startups, be it in tech or in manufacturing sector, in AI sector, in semiconductors, in parts, in defense, in aviation sector. Everyone is hoping for positive policies to make their dreams come into reality.
Right, Akshay. Thanks for joining us from outside the Commerce Ministry in New Delhi.